work, because this is apparently a sour peach ring covered in chamoy, and if I taste it, then my taste buds still work, and if they don't, then I'm fucked. But
you just want
Are we finding out right now? Are we finding out right now?
no, we're finding out.
Live.
It tastes like
You just want to pretend like the last 10 minutes of our conversation didn't happen? Is that okay?
We're talking about feet. If anybody wants to know,
we've been talking about
off-cam feet talk.
Off-cam feet talk. No,
Which is after on the feet
there's nothing.
follow-up where we talk about Max's feet, Wayne's feet. We got Hunter's feet in there, horse hooves.
Yeah.
Honestly, you don't want to see Max's feet, bro.
it's spicy, but it's not sour.
I'm so sorry. Feet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I genuinely thought you were talking about Max's feet.
I hate feet. Why would I participate in this conversation?
Oh no, I was very surprised.
We were like, whoa, good for you, getting over your fears.
Yeah.
It's not a fear. It's just a disgust.
I'm glad I could help
It's
you
a
face
deep-
your fears.
It's not a fear.
Exposure.
I'm not afraid of them. It's a deep inherent. You know what I'm afraid of? You know what I'm afraid of? The IRS.
Nutrius. Oh, fair
The
enough.
IRS, that's valid.
That's
I have a
very
legitimate-
valid.
I have a legitimate fear of the IRS and Leonardo DiCaprio. Those are it. That's it.
But
Hi,
not-
Risky. They could give my money back. They can give me my money back. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
The IRS?
Yeah.
Just don't do your taxes this year.
I already paid them. They gotta pay me back.
You paid your
You
taxes
fucked up.
already? Damn.
You
Joke,
fucked up.
dude. It's a fucking joke. All right. All right.
Welcome to Life for the Apocalypse. Don't pay your taxes.
Honestly, that's true. It's not true.
No.
This is not advice. We're not giving advice right now.
This is not good advice.
We're just out
Advice.
here doing things.
Advice.
Yeah, we're just doing some stuff. Hey, hi, hello. We've been playing this game for 1 year.
Yay!
Yay!
Bless.
Yay! Are we-
Which is crazy. The first session of this game was on February 1st, 2022. And here we are, January 31st, 2023. It's been almost exactly 1 year. Pretty fucking
go.
crazy.
Let's
Pretty
go.
crazy.
On that note, no, we didn't graduate. On
Aw.
that note,
Max definitely didn't.
we're gonna raise a glass. We're gonna raise we're all gonna raise some glasses and toast
Cheers.
to class reunion and all of the wonderful people involved in this game who have made it such a good and compelling story and a rewarding experience and excellent friendships. So yeah, salon
Cheers.
Yay!
Cheers. Woo! Big-
Clink clink. Anybody else got? Oh, I have not drank whiskey in a while. Wild. Okay. Hi. We've been playing this game for 1 year, but we are live from the apocalypse, and we've been doing this longer than that. This is a channel where we play tabletop role-playing games to raise money for nonprofits and aid organizations and other worthy causes that deserve our support, that deserve your support a lot more than we do. Thank you so much, Justin, for raising a glass in honor of class reunion.
Yeah.
We are currently fundraising for the First Nations Development Institute, a very important and very good nonprofit that seeks to restore economic independence to Indigenous communities across the United States of America and beyond. And they are great. They do a lot of important work. And so, with that being said, if you like what you see here, we just ask that instead of doing the normal twitch.tv things of giving us like subscriptions or bits or what have you, you just take like whatever money you would have been able to give to us, if anything. There is no expectation. And you give it instead directly to the First Nations Development Institute. And you can do that by hitting !donate in the chat. The bot will post the link. You can follow that, and you can give them your money instead of us, because we just play games on the internet, and they will do very good and important work with it. They will put it to much better use than we ever could. And if you do that, McElroy Brothers will interrupt and yell at us. Why is the thing not happening? That's
You
weird.
are a sick
There it
son
is.
Gonna kill that
Just
dog.
a slight delay.
Thanks, Pookius.
Thanks,
He's the bad
Pootius.
guy. You.
I'm all the bad guys.
That's weird. It got like cut short, but the audio kept playing. That's what happens if you subscribe. Brendan Lee Mulligan will kill one dog. He will kill one dog for every month you have been subscribed. So pour one out for those 8 dogs. If
You
you,
are a sick son of a.
I'm gonna kill that dog.
Oh my God.
yeah,
He's the bad guy.
Let's keep the train
Bad
going.
we're so close
For
to
the
a hype
dogs.
train for these dead dogs. Listen, all right. Brendan Lee Mulligan, as we all know, is a monster. He is not a beloved TTRPG figure that he appears to be, and he needs to be stopped as soon as possible. But until such time as that happens, we are here to play some games and raise some money for charity. So yeah, this is Class Reunion. This is a game where our players are a group of high school students from Ohio, from the town of Avalon, Ohio, to be precise. And they have been trapped in a fantasy world for 10 years after accidentally finding themselves stuck there. They have sort of grown up in parallel lives. They have not seen each other in a very long time, about 10 years, and they were fairly recently reunited at the beginning of their adventure when they sadly and tragically lost basically their entire reason for being and the only thing keeping them going for the past decade, Ryan Beckinsale. He fortunately, as we learned, is still out there somewhere. So there's still hope. And you don't have to give up yet. You don't have to quit. You can keep going.
We can kill him a second time.
I don't know why
And
you
a
want to do
third,
that.
and a fourth.
But
It's
Enough.
fine.
Yeah, keep it
Let's get a kill train going once a month.
first dogs, then Ryan. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
I was just thinking about like the bingo board that we could do for this game. And I was like, Raph gets noise gated. Definitely one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My mic.
No, you're good.
Raph gets
What do you
noise
think?
gated. I get dumped completely out of the stream.
True. Anybody mentions nutrias.
Free space,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
It's just the new
Shiro shows up.
Hero shows up
hero.
somewhere around here.
Somewhere around there. Anyway.
Something horrible happens to Hunter.
Yes. Truly.
Free space. Another free space.
Why?
Give it away.
Why?
Free space. Hey, speaking of Hunter, why don't we go around and introduce our lovely characters, starting with you, JD.
Cool. Cool. Yes, I play Hunter, our lovely agender ranger who has a horse made of thorns. And they're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing bad is going to happen. Do you just want me to stick to Hunter or introduce myself as well?
We normally do both.
I mean, we don't have to. This is the anniversary.
No,
we
I
can
think
mix it
you've
up.
got. I'm sure you've
We
got.
don't
like,
exist.
you've got 10 things to talk about, so go for it.
I probably do. Yes, so I am JD. I am in plenty of things with Live from the Apocalypse. In fact, you can catch me here 2 more times this week for Vampire Records tomorrow night and for Academy H on Sunday, which I guess still counts this week. I don't know. I don't know how time works. Don't give me that face, Will.
No, I was trying. I was like, do we have Academy H this Sunday?
just
And I was like,
fucking
yeah, we do.
rip it,
Okay.
rip it, baby.
We do. We do.
Slop
Yeah,
that down,
thank you
dude.
so much for your donation.
Crack one for the
Thank
big
you.
boy.
Incredible.
Is it
We
Karen?
love to see it.
It is
not
not my mom yet. She'll be along, I'm sure.
And yes, other things I'm doing I'm with RPGs Uncovered every single Saturday. We are doing a demo play of Cyber Rats. It is a good time. We are going to cry. We have next of kin letters written. It's gonna be great. And finally, you can also find me with Tales from the Table Studios at just about every Monday for the SCP game, A Crumbling Foundation. And that is all I have for now, but I may have some exciting announcements coming up in the next few weeks.
That is true. Raph.
Hello, I'm Raph. I'm also Max Miller. Also, I just to out myself completely. I'm that annoying person in the Academy H discussion chat. You know how it is.
It's not annoying.
Anyway,
It is the best thing ever, Raph.
Yeah, it keeps me going.
I'm glad because I don't work. Instead, I just listen and write in my notes app, and cry at work. And then I sleep a lot. So you know, you know how it is.
You know how it is. Hell yeah. Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm the local Delaware cryptid. I play Kelly Violet, who is our super fun rogue cleric hybrid thing. It's a good time. I'm also going to be playing in Academy H as Lyra, so come see that on Sunday, and you can find me at Hexwhat on pretty much all social media. I am just straight whiling on Twitter these days.
Aren't we all, honestly?
Aren't we all just whiling on Twitter?
Aren't we all just smiling on Twitter? True facts. And Corey. Nope. One sec. Oh, you're muted. It's
Try
your
it again.
fault. Yes.
Oops. It's my fault. Hi, it's me, Corey. I play Wayne Hovacek, your favorite Gritsky player. I guess retired Gritsky player now because I've pretty much become the greatest player of all time. Time to move on. Next move is to become the greatest secret agent that Anoon has never seen. I'm Corey. I play here, obviously, in this game, but also I may or may not am definitely going to be playing on Sunday in Academy H as well. Surprise. If anybody didn't know. Surprise.
Bing, bang, bong.
Bang, bang,
Very
bong.
excited.
Bing, bang, bong. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Hi. Hello. My name is Will. I am the person who runs this game. I'm one of the GMs and the organizers here at Life Apocalypse. I run this and I run Academy H, which you should check out on Sunday, as was mentioned. And I edit that as well. So you should listen to the podcast whenever platform you listen to podcasts on. And I finally finished editing an episode this past Sunday. It's out now for the first time in 3 months. You should check it out. Things got crazy for a while, but it's a good one.
Listen
It's a very
to
good
it.
episode. Do a bunch of other stuff. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be running Vampire Records here on the channel. Come check it out. It's a fun story about a group of record store employees in the 90s fighting the forces of darkness, and it raises money for a little venue, a little independent venue in my city called The Sidebar that is on the verge of closing. We're trying to raise money to keep the doors open. I've seen a lot of great bands there over the years, and if you'd like to stop by and help us keep live music alive in COVID times, we would certainly appreciate it. And then come back for Academy H on Sunday. And Friday night, Justin, right? This Friday? Next Friday? What do we do? How does it work?
I think you're
I don't
next
have my
Friday.
calendar in front of me. Are we skipping a week? I don't remember. Anyway,
I think you're
sometimes I'm on the No Fame podcast. Nope, we're not doing it this Friday. Come back 2 Fridays from now. But not here. No Fame podcast, where I will be playing Cheshire, the Netrunner, in our Cyberpunk Red game.
Cool.
It's a lot of fun. His real name is Steven, but his hacker name is Cheshire. And yeah, the 10th of February, that's the one. All right. I think that is all of the stuff that I got to talk about. So
Let's do it.
I don't
Let's do
want
it.
to.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
When
Oh,
we ended last time, I'm gonna need everybody to calm down, take a few deep breaths before we,
Can we take 10? Like,
all right, yeah, we're gonna take a break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Just real quick.
When last we left off, a bunch of stuff was going on. And in fact, you had split into 2 groups after some dramatic conversations and some not so dramatic conversations. 2 of you went for a walk through the city. You passed by the Gritsky Stadium and you saw your old nemesis, Wayne, you saw your old nemesis, Mansard Dane, formerly the owner of your Gritsky team, the Raging Mammoths, and person who ultimately betrayed you in the Gritsky Cup. And it looked for a second like you almost might come to blows, except that he kept walking. And you went on with the rest of your day. You and Lyra, nope, wrong game.
Oh,
You and Kelly,
Incredible.
yeah, you and Kelly walked through the city. You ran into one of Kelly's old friends and compatriots who got you drunk and was a huge fan. And as you were pretty much ready to call it a night, you walked down an alley. You heard a scream, and you went to find out what was going on. And as you turned down that alley, you saw a very grisly sight. You saw a man Sardane lying there on the ground, missing most of his right arm.
Too bad.
Yeah, just taken off at the elbow.
Son of a gun.
Damn.
And, as you were trying to get a straight answer out of him, his eyes were wide with fear. He was thrashing around on the ground. There was a lot of blood, obviously, as you might expect. And he could really only coherently say one thing. He could only say, the huntsman. It was the huntsman.
We
Meanwhile,
did stabilize him. We're not monsters.
you did stabilize him, yeah. But meanwhile, while that was going on, there was a more tender moment. There was a cute little moment of connection between
Me and Jumpy.
Hunter and Max Miller that ended in a long anticipated kiss. Neither one of you seemed quite ready to really talk about that yet, but as you made your way back inside, back into the council center of Calderon, you'd heard voices speaking inside the council chamber. When you opened the doors to the council chamber, what you saw inside was unexpected, to say the least. The head of the council of Calderon, Muldus Calderspur, sat in a chair at the head of the table. And standing behind him was Mirden Wilt, the sorcerer, the mage, whom you had encountered once before in Ohio 10 years ago, and recently met again here in Calderon. He's been working with you to try to prepare you for facing the Danan, trying to form a plan. But now, as you watch, he raises a knife and he sets it to Muldus Calderspur's throat, and he pulls the knife across it. And that is where we will pick up our story.
God.
Hunter has an arrow knocked and is going to shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think immediately Max watches everything. It takes a second and is going to just turn to Hunter, cast protection from evil and good, and fucking bolt. Run in.
Okay. Into the chamber, further into the chamber.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Guaranteed. Gonna get up and close and personal.
A bunch of stuff is going to happen at the same time, but you all are definitely doing stuff first. So, Hunter, you can roll to hit. Roll your die. Hit with your arrow.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh.
roll my die.
I just realized I don't have my dice roller open. Oh,
Yes,
Imagine
You're
that.
good. You got time. You got time.
That is a 24.
24 is going to hit. So your arrow is going to hit Mirden Wilt like dead in the shoulder. It's going to kind of like jerk his shoulder back, and he's going to cry out sharply in pain, sort of grit his teeth to try to suppress it. Max, what are you doing?
Okay, so I cast on Hunter, and then I think Max is going to can't cast another spell, so he's going to, as he's sprinting forward, you know what? As he's sprinting forward, he pulls out the great axe and is going to unleash it and thrust it forward, and try to get his ass.
Are you using one of its magical abilities?
Yes, I'm using Gallows as my arcane focus, and I'm going to swing it like so hard. It's the first level ability that the blade is going to fly free, and it's going to just try to attack him, and hopefully, like, I'm not trying to cut him. I'm trying to like get lodged in him, so I have him like on a rope, basically.
Right. Okay, cool. For anyone who's listening at home and doesn't remember, Gallows is the weapon that Max Miller came into possession of near the end of the arc in Barrow, and it is the gallows blade that is attached to a dark and bloodstained haft of wood, wrapped with the length of chain from that same gallows blade. And the first level ability lets the blade fly free on the chain. You can attempt to strike a target up to 20 feet away, and then you can recall it via chain back to you with a bonus action. So if you are trying to attack him, you would roll. So you just roll to attack if that's what you're trying to do.
Yes, I'm trying to get my dice roller to work because it's being very slow.
Ew.
So we'll see
what happens.
I do have physical dice always on me. You know how it is.
I mean, if you want to roll physical dice, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, I'll just do it for this one while I'm just not loading.
I will say that what I've noticed is that if you roll it again, sometimes it works the second time. Like it doesn't seem to work as a cue. Sometimes it just like doesn't get the message. But I mean, you can get your dice also. Like,
just smash it a bunch of times, and then whichever's highest, take.
Exactly.
Honestly,
I don't
know.
I think it's just I don't know what's going on.
Okay, if it's still not working, just roll.
So I'm just gonna try a different. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Are you logged in? Because there's only four of us.
Logged me out. Yeah.
Because there's only four of us logged in, and one of them's me.
Yeah, one of them is not me.
Well, that one doesn't count. That doesn't count because Raph.
Yeah,
so that was Raph.
Yeah. So Will is logged in. I'm logged in. Corey's logged in.
Try to see if it worked.
Yeah, I'm not logged in, and I don't know why, and I don't know what account it is. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. Meanwhile,
who knows who rolled that natural 20? We don't have to worry about it.
Not I. I rolled a 14. And Gallows is a plus. Boop, boop, boop. Let me pull it up. The plus 14. So that's gonna be 28.
28. All right.
Smack him.
You do in fact schmack him, and I guess what happens is the blade kind of like sinks into his side. So very quickly, he has an arrow in one shoulder and a gallows blade sticking out of his side that's attached to a chain, attached via chain to the haft that you hold in your hand. Yeah.
Can I also when I hit him, I just kind of want to look at him and as I'm holding on to it, just say, "You didn't move. I finally got you." And then I'm just going to try to like go for it.
He is going to take that opportunity now that he can act and sees you all coming. He is going to take that opportunity to kind of like stand in place. He's not going to move, and he's going to say, "Yeah, hold on. It is not what it looks like."
Why should we believe you?
Explain.
Why would I lie to you?
So many reasons.
Surely if I was lying, I wouldn't let you shoot me and cut me.
Maybe we were too fast for you.
Max, how long have we been sparring?
Trained well.
Yeah,
Max.
what Max said.
It's
Can explain yourself.
Moldus asked me.
Yeah,
to do
just
this.
fucking grip it and rip it,
There it
baby.
is.
Slop that down, dude. Shit, yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
Will's
Crack
mom.
one for the
Thanks, Mom.
big boy.
Thank you, Karin. Love
Thanks,
you.
Will's mom. We get a thanks, Will's mom in the chat.
Thanks, Will's mom.
It's not the chat.
Oh. Sorry.
You're good. So he says Moldus asked me to do this. It's
Why?
complicated.
Then explain it.
I would very much like to stop bleeding first.
Mm,
You are a
No.
sick son of a.
Kill that dog.
Oh my God, you're sick. He's the bad guy.
What a busy night.
Oh,
Damn.
bad guys.
What is that? Like 24 dogs?
That's so many
Well,
dogs. Thank you,
think-
Redson.
How many people subbed on our first day?
I guess that's fair.
All those people are ready to go again.
Magical.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. He is gonna say. Yeah. He says, I would very much like to stop bleeding first.
I think Max just turns to Hunter.
I think Hunter's looking at Max.
Oh no. I think he makes eye contact and immediately looks away and says,
Two natural born leaders.
I think Max is just gonna walk up and kind of see what he does, like Mirrodin does.
I mean, he's gonna
And he
watch
tries to
you.
stop him.
No, he's gonna watch you, but he's not gonna take any like action against you or anything. He's just gonna say,
Okay.
I think he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna say, Max, I wouldn't do this. It's not like when I tried to kill you when you were teenagers. He's my friend.
It's a little strange, and it's a little strange walking into a room watching you murder someone. You have to understand where we're coming from.
Strange is one word for it.
If you wait a few minutes, he'll be able to explain it himself.
Then you can wait a few minutes to stop bleeding.
Actually, not sure that I can.
Hunter can heal you, right?
I would very much appreciate that.
Right?
Are you asking me to heal him?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Hunter said that. Yeah, Hunter said that.
No.
Hunter's just like, are you asking me to heal him?
I am, yes.
No.
Yeah,
heal
I'm not
him.
talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Max.
When Maldus wakes up, I'm interested in seeing what he says. Actually, he's a sorcerer. He doesn't have an arcane focus, does he?
I'm not really sure what he is. He just does magic.
Hmm.
He's just a
Fair
guy.
enough. He's just a guy. I've seen him do magic though before because we've trained together, right?
You have, yes.
Okay.
You also saw him do magic back in Ohio, but you were pretty sure it was a gun.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Magic
Also,
gun.
I'm pretty sure he was a pervert at the time and still
Yeah,
is. So
you did.
okay, in that case, Max is just going to start like tying his hands together, covering his mouth. The little bit of magic that Max understands and has seen it has to be, you have to use something of your body to be able to cast it. So before he takes Gallows out from his side, he's just gonna like try to hold him down.
Right. As you're doing that, like as you're getting ready to like gag him, he like kind of rolls his eyes, says, "Look, I promise you this really isn't that," and then you like cut off his ability to speak before he can finish the sentence. Hunter, are you healing him?
Hunter walks over and stands by Mirden, but looks at Max and just asks, "Do you think it's necessary, and do you want me to do this before we know?"
I don't want him to die. But let's see how long he lasts.
I was gonna say, how is he looking?
He's looking okay. He definitely like when Max pulls the axe out, he's definitely like, as much as he can make expressions of pain, gagged as he is. But if you sit him down in a chair, he's just kind of gonna collapse into it and sit there.
I just knock him unconscious.
Jesus.
You can heal him.
All right. I will say that you can do that. Yeah, he's already bleeding out, and you just kind of knock him across the head with the haft of your weapon. And his head like lolls back and then tips forward and just kind of hangs there limply. What are you doing now?
I think Hunter first is going to just kind of stare at Mirden and then look at Max and say, "I didn't think he would be so frail."
Maybe I'm just strong. But no, I didn't think so either.
I mean, maybe you're also right. You are strong.
Anyway.
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 As if sensing the awkward tension in the room, you feel you feel the room get several degrees colder around you, and as you have that exchange between the two of you, you'd hear a voice somewhat echoing, almost as if it's like contained inside of like a large chamber, bouncing off the walls. And the voice says, what is all this?" And you look and you see this spectral form of Moldus Calderspur as he looked at the moment of his death, standing in front of his body. But he's not looking at the body. He's looking at the two of you and Mirden, unconscious in the chair.
You died.
I?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, yes, that's what happened.
He stoops down and picks up the sword, the giant two-handed sword that Moldus normally carried on his back. And as his hand touches it, his form, although it remains very semi-transparent, somewhat spectral, it gains more substance. It becomes clearer, it resolves. When he speaks, his voice doesn't have that same sort of echoing, otherworldly quality to it. It comes across as much more clear. And he says, I died, but what happened to him?
We did.
Mm-hmm.
And why did you do this?
I think Max feels like he's in high school again. He's being scolded by some teacher or some shit. Like,
Max,
well, sir.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Sorry to hear that you were disappointed when we walked in, seeing someone slit your throat and acted accordingly.
We thought we were defending you.
I don't know. Maybe he was possessed or something. I've seen enough.
Look, Hunter, would you mind? He didn't. I mean, he did murder me, but I asked him to.
That's all I needed to hear.
Why? What?
And he kind of he takes a step away from his body. He looks down at it, kind of. It's hard to read his expression. You don't know if he's sad or if he is or if he's like wistful or anything. It's really hard to tell. But he looks down at it and then he looks away and he says, "Do either of you know what I am?"
You're a ghost now.
Very, very long time ago, I was the king. When this kingdom was first born. A little bit before it, actually. And we decided to have a great celebration to honor the fact that we had lived as long as we had, that we had built everything that we had built since we arrived here on these shores. And there was a man by the name of Jotun Wilt that I trusted. And he saw this celebration as an opportunity to enact a dark ritual. He worshipped a being from beyond mortal knowledge. Something dark and eldritch that slumbered eternally. Whatever it was called, we've long since forgotten, even back then. We only called it the Dreamer. Jotun Wilt needed to sacrifice 1,000 souls to the Dreamer to wake it up. But he was interrupted the 999th. And I was one of those 999 souls. The rest of the world forgot about us, but we awoke somewhat in the woods known as the Pale to the far north. We were mindless and confused. We wandered in circles for who knows how long. But deep inside of us, this hunger was growing. The longer we were there, the longer we existed. Eventually, the hunger grew too great, and we left the Pale. We went out into the world, seeking I don't know what. But once we were beyond the woods, we felt something calling to us. And it was different for every one of us, but for me it was this, and he looks down at the sword, he holds it up. We call them anchors. As long as I hold it, my mind is intact. Eventually, my mind will start to leave me. This will slow it down, but it won't fix it. The only thing that fixes it is to be born again. To replace a child, an unborn child, and be born mortal, and start the cycle all over again. And eventually I'll die, and my spirit will rise, and so on and so forth. There are 999 of us. The quiet.
You're not a child, though.
Not yet. And freshly dead. I'll last a good 100 years or so like this.
As a ghost?
I don't understand. Why now? Aren't we supposed to be preparing for everything?
I was dying. My body was dying. I was sick. I asked Mirrodin to speed things along.
And you chose him to slit your throat?
It's efficient. Hurts a lot less than some of the ways I've died.
I can respect that. And Hunter will actually at that point cast Cure Wounds on Mirrodin.
And I think as you do that, the wounds on him start to close up a little bit. He kind of sits up sharply with a gasp, even though he is still, what's the word, gagged.
I take the gag out of his mouth very kind of sheepishly, and I'm like, thanks for waiting.
I mean, it wasn't easy, but I wasn't about
You
to...
were asleep.
You do realize that I let you hit me both times.
Oh. Sure.
Are you going to untie me?
Yeah, Max just takes the gallows and just like slits through it.
He rubs at his wrists as he stands up and says, I take it you understand now.
Yes, the explanation was a lot, but I suppose it made sense.
Can I ask, Can Max is just going to like take a peek around the room. Is other hunter still there?
Other hunter, I don't believe was with you.
No,
I
we
thought
lost
he ran
them.
into this room. Oh, you're right. My bad.
Yeah, you were trying to chase him and you lost him.
Yeah. Okay.
So we made some rash judgments.
There were some quick decisions to be made.
Yeah,
There's some quick decisions.
I'm sure there's an apology coming. You just haven't quite got there yet.
I don't understand.
Yeah, no. I saw you slit a man's throat. I shot you.
He has been a bad influence on you.
I don't know they're talking about me.
He's right, though.
I mean, I healed you. Isn't that already an apology?
Mm-hmm. You know, a week ago, Hunter, you would have been tripping over yourself to apologize first. But I think I understand what's happening here.
You do?
He looks back and forth between you and Max, meaningfully, and says, I believe
Max
so.
Max is just standing there, like staring at Mirrodin, like you are not fucking getting an apology out of me, bitch. I never in my life.
Well, yes, if that's the best that I'm going to get, I'll go back to what I was doing before. I'll leave you two to your studies. Mirrodin will get up and stretch, especially like the side where he had an axe blade lodged in it. And
Careful, old man.
are you concerned now?
Just got hit really hard, so
Yeah, I've
take
had
it
worse.
easy.
And Mirrodin will leave the council chamber behind, leaving you there with Moldus Calderspur's spirit.
I think real quick, Max is just going to
You're gonna
Wayne Hovacek, Maldus just died, but it's all good. He's here. He's not dead. Well, he's dead. He's a ghost, but he's here. Mirrodin killed him, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. In and out. What is it?
This is MVP to Baby Bird. Baby Bird,
Oh
I hear
my
you loud and clear.
God, I swear to God.
This may seem like kind of a strange question, but does he have both of his arms over and out?
I look, Max just kind of looks Maldus up and down. Does he?
He's got 4 arms now, technically. If
He
you count the
actually
body.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, he's got some ghost arms, but he's got arms, I guess. I don't know if they work. Do they work?
Yes, they work. What are you...
I don't know.
He's touching a sword.
But his ghost sword, his ghost sword. Can he?
The sword's not a ghost. A sword can't be a ghost. What is wrong with you?
Yes.
Wayne, who are you talking to?
It's open your comms. He's in your ear.
Channel 6.
Channel 6. We're on Channel 6.
Those are one-on-one conversations.
Are they now? I thought we were all in it. Weird.
No.
I thought we were in a group convo. No,
You gotta
so
say the name of the person you're trying to contact.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
He was part of.
So Moldus
Speech.
Calderspur is dead. He
Yeah.
just died. He's now a ghost.
Okay.
And he was murdered by a pervert. The
What-
pervert.
Yeah, but he's fine,
Capital
right?
T, capital P.
Yeah, he's a ghost now, so it seems like he's doing all right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What he
Baby
does.
Bird, the Baby Bird, this is MVP. So we have kind of a situation over here on our own. Do you remember that guy? He ran the Gritsky tournament and then we kicked his ass afterward.
I don't remember him, but we've kicked a lot of people's ass, so I don't know.
All right. Well, a very important guy just got his arm chopped off over here. Wait, hold on a second. Baby Bird, and what do you want to be your name? What do you want to be your code name? Max is Baby Bird. I'm MVP. MVP. What do you want to be your name?
I don't know, Violet. What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, this is your one chance. You could make it something really cool if you want.
Listen, I've got another name. It'll get me arrested.
This is MVP to Baby Bird and Violet. Is everybody in here? Hello, can everybody hear me? Over and out.
Does it let me in?
We'll say sure. I
Why not?
don't
Nice.
think it normally would, but yeah, like
for-
magic
I
item
forget.
rules as written. I don't think it works that way, but yeah, it's
Does
fine.
it play? Is it like I forget? Is it like sending where it plays in your mind, or does it play out loud like a speaker?
It's mental because it's
It's mental, right?
It's
Yeah.
a spy network.
Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm feeling Hunter in on all of this.
Hunter's
I
just
don't-
like, why are you asking about, like, talking about arms and whether he
Max.
has them?
Baby Bird.
If it,
Baby Bird. Ask Hunter
I
what he
don't-
wants
I
his
don't-
name to be. Ask Hunter
I
what he wants
don't
his name
tell
to be.
Hunter about Baby Bird.
here's what's gonna happen. Instead of let's say it doesn't work, it doesn't call me in. What Kelly does instead is Kelly that just goes, Hunter, this is Kelly. Do you know where other Hunter is?
And Hunter raises their comm and says, no, I was just looking for them. But then there was a murder, and we got distracted.
Just a little bit.
Okay,
Why?
because the only thing that Mansardane is saying right now is the huntsman.
And you think that's...
That would be a great code name for Hunter.
That would.
I think
Except it would be
I-
hunts them.
hunts them.
Hunts them.
Hunts them pretty good.
I don't think anything. I just think he's in shock, and maybe Hunter too witnessed something. Just, I would rather know where both of you are before anybody else jumps to any kind of conclusions. Are you guys together?
I'm with Max, but I can go find them.
We're not together. What do you mean together?
Listen, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear that.
Wait, am I together with other Hunter? Am I together with Max? Is other Hunter together with Max? What are we talking about here?
We're gonna bring Mance back to the castle with us.
Why?
Because something ripped his arm off in the middle of the street. The only thing he can say right now is the huntsman, and I think it's just better in case, people don't start making accusations.
Okay, that makes sense.
Max is just going to one hand on Hunter's shoulder as he's like turning around and like walking out, going to hunt for other Hunter.
I mean, Hunter is right behind you.
I pat it as if you're staying there.
Yeah, no, I feel like
And
your
then go-
hand is on Hunter's shoulder and like you turn to leave and they just move like practically behind you.
Solid.
And
So
you are looking for other Hunter, or you are not looking for
Hmm.
other Hunter?
We are looking
We
for
are.
other Hunter.
I will say you don't see them when you leave the room immediately. Like you leave the
Hmm.
council chambers, you don't see other Hunter.
They were coming up here when we last.
Yeah, they were heading towards like where all of your quarters are.
Mm. I don't remember if I asked this last time, but does other hunter have their own room?
Yes.
Cool.
You each have your own room.
Just gonna go.
I walk over to other hunter's room and knock. I go to open the door and then
You don't get a reply at first, but you hear you hear a noise from within, like your knock surprised someone and they started.
other what you talked. I don't know what to other hunter to
Hunter, it's us.
Don't call him Hunter. That's not
That's their name.
That's
their name,
Hunter.
Max.
The door opens and other hunter is standing there. Like a somewhat like a very tired looking mirror of regular hunter. Maybe like regular hunter and diet hunter.
Oh.
Hunter Zero.
So mean.
Hunter Zero.
Hunter Zero sounds very anime, and we've established that Hunter is just
that is
progressively
true.
becoming more anime.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
is true.
Does this
We
hunter
can-
have like pink hair?
Cool.
Have
No,
they
but this-
learned to dye their hair since they've been here?
I think we did establish that this hunter has long hair,
Oh,
Mm,
that's true. I forgot
but
about
it's not a weird color yet.
Yes.
Yet.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
canonically, at the time that you left Ohio, Coke Zero didn't exist yet, but Diet Coke did.
mm,
So Diet Hunter is still on the
Mm.
table.
nice.
However, Hunter opens the door, other Hunter opens the door, and then just looks sort of neutral.
Yeah, can I do an insight check on him?
Yeah.
On them? Like I just want to kind of like look them over. I'm definitely standing as tall as I can and just kind of like looking them up and down.
Doing an ocular pat down a little bit.
A little quick
Jesus.
ocular pat down. Trying to suss them out a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Trying to
roll with insight.
see. Oh my god, you know what? I thought my insight was good, and it's not. It's just 0.
I wouldn't
I
expect
still
it to
haven't
be
figured
good
out.
from
I
things.
still haven't figured out the dice thing. I don't know why it's not working. I'm gonna try
That's just such a caffeine-free Diet Hunter is such a mouthful.
Mm,
caffeine free. It's just a straight 14, actually.
Okay,
That's a pretty
14's
good
not
roll.
bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Other Hunter looks. You can tell that under the like neutral mask, there is resentment. You're not sure exactly who it is directed at.
I think okay. Max is going to put his hand on Hunter and just kind of like scoot him back a little bit, walk in and close the door.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hunter does not consent to this. Hunter definitely like actively starts pushing you back if you are trying to push them back. They are not letting you be alone in the room
Max
with
is
other
trying.
Hunter.
Max is trying to close the door and figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, Hunter is definitely like trying to force themselves through the door. And I'm gonna fail
What's
this
your
if this is
strength?
I was
contested
gonna
strength.
I was gonna say, let's just roll athletics.
contested athletics check.
Ooh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Okay. What's my athletics?
Hunter was gonna get a nat 20 at any given
7.
moment.
Yeah, I know. Now's the
Yes,
time.
yes, I am. I'm gonna get a nat 20.
Hunter did
That
get a
is
nat 20.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Get it.
Oh, I did not roll well, so.
Doesn't matter. That's a nat 20 sitting on the board.
That is a nat 20.
Wait, really? Legitimately?
Yep, I legitimately rolled a nat 20.
Actually got a nat 20.
Okay,
Straight
incredible.
Straight up. Okay. So Max, you shut the door, like you put your strength behind it and you like slam the door shut. But Hunter, you managed to like slip in before before Max does that, and you're in the room. Max slams the door shut behind you.
I think Max looks a little bit annoyed at Hunter and then just turns to other Hunter, and it was clear he's gonna get like really upset, and then just kind of calms down a little bit and just says, "What is your problem?"
Max,
My
No.
Are you seriously asking me what my problem is?
Yeah, I just said that.
You've been a dick to me ever since we got here. Ever since we left Barrow. You won't even acknowledge that I exist. We have been in the same place every day for months. And you haven't said, this is the first thing you've said to me.
So you're upset with me. I'm just clarifying.
I wasn't. I don't have a problem with you, Max. But it's clear that you have one with me. And you don't talk about anything, so...
I can't say that you're wrong. I do have a problem with you. And I think
So say it.
Max is just going to kind of look at Hunter. I'd
say
rather...
it or I'll say it.
You don't know me.
Don't I? I grew up with you. You haven't changed, Max. Everyone else has changed, but you're the same person. You know what your problem with me is? You don't want to accept the fact that I might be the real one.
what do you mean by that?
They don't mean anything by that. They're just angry.
I don't think that's true, Max.
You don't mean anything by that, do you?
Don't threaten them. Let them say what they're going to say.
I don't mean anything like I know for sure. But we all know it's a possibility. We all know that one explanation for this is that one of us is fake and one of us is real. That's what Ryan said.
Ryan's dead.
That hasn't exactly stopped him.
And you trust Ryan over what you're looking at right now?
I don't trust Ryan. I'm not saying Ryan is right. I'm saying it's a possibility and it bothers you and you won't deal with it. So you take it out on me, just like you did back home. Just like you always do. When you can't deal with something, you find somebody else to take it out on.
Max is going to turn around and face the door. I can't do this right now.
Shocker.
And he leaves. And as soon as he leaves, I think he's gonna go into a rage and like run.
And that just leaves Hunter and other hunters standing there in the room.
I would also like to just kind of make an insight check on other Hunter.
Go for it.
That tracks. That tracks. That's not happening. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, you can tell what they are showing on the surface, which is they are mad. They are very angry. And it has like boiled over. Like it is the kind of rage that like simmers for a long time. And then eventually it just all boils over.
And I think Hunter's quiet for a few moments before they say, he didn't have a right to talk to you like that, but you also didn't have a right to talk to him like that.
I don't agree with you. I
That's
don't
fine.
know what happened over the last 10 years for you or the last month that you have been together to make you forget what he's like or think that he has changed. I don't know why you would think that because he acts exactly the same.
He does to you. He doesn't overall. And I'm not saying that that's okay. I am not okay with the way he's been treating you. But I have genuinely seen a different side of him than the one I saw when we were teenagers in high school.
Maybe I will too. Someday.
Does that mean you've changed your mind on leaving?
I can't. I can't keep doing this. It's not just everyone and you and me and nobody knowing what to think or believe and nobody saying what everybody's thinking all the time. I genuinely hope that you're right. I hope that Ryan is wrong and we're both hunters somehow. I didn't survive 10 years in Barrow to watch myself bend over backwards for someone like Max Miller. I want you to understand exactly what I mean when I say that we deserve better.
And so that was the final straw for you?
Didn't really know how to talk about it before. It's like watching somebody It's like watching somebody in a bad relationship, except that someone is you. I hope he changes. Hunter, I hope he opens up and gives you a shred of what you've given to him. But I'm not going to be here.
Then that's your choice, and I respect that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this is how we are saying goodbye. It's not how I'd planned it.
Speaking of which, we're having a deep emotional conversation right now, but I have to ask you something that I'm really hoping the answer to is not yes. Hunter, did you chop off a man's arm?
I wanted to-
Straight to the point.
Would
Not
I
what I wanted to.
would I say yes if I had?
I mean, we've been very honest, so maybe.
I mean, not that honest. No, the answer is no. But if I had maimed someone, no.
So I'm not sure right now is the safest time for you to be traveling. There was an attack on someone, and all he's been saying is the huntsman. You could see why I'm concerned. Someone could get the wrong idea.
I do. But if we're being completely honest, that sounds a lot more like you than me.
That's fair. I also did not cut off someone's arm, just so we're clear on that.
I mean, once again, you wouldn't tell me if you had. I didn't ask.
I mean, I might tell you. Why would I lie?
Wow, we are way too good for him.
What's that?
That's Steph. Yes.
Okay.
Damn, Steph, you okay?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I think Hunter just kind of pauses and takes a moment to, like, very visibly compose themselves, and then just says, "So, are you leaving right now?"
Are you investigating this person who had their arm chopped off?
I think Kelly said that the plan was to bring him here.
It wouldn't be the safest idea, I guess, to leave in the middle of whatever that is. So I can maybe stick around for a little while and see if I can help, I guess.
I appreciate that. The only thing I care about. I'm so sorry that, like, my house is so noisy tonight. No.
None of it is coming through on stream except for
Mm.
Steph's cackle. That did come through, but
Incredible. Okay.
the rest of it is, I'm not hearing any of it.
It's fine. Nothing is happening over here.
Cool,
I'm going to
good.
compose myself. And I think Hunter just kind of nods and says, "I don't want you to stay here even longer when you're not comfortable with so many things. I also don't want anything. You've been through enough. I don't want anything else to happen to you."
Actually feel a lot better now. I think maybe I just needed to yell at him.
That's really valid. I can understand that.
Yeah. I can give it a few days.
Okay. And Hunter's gonna give other hunters some space.
Okay, cool. Good. Max, you went into a rage and ran away. What do you think you do?
You would have cleared your angry condition.
You would have if you were playing Max.
Just start crawling up the walls.
Yeah, dude. No, I think Max just starts he runs out of the building, the whole like place. He starts heading for the stables, but then just kind of turns and just runs to like the closest enclosed area he can find, whether that's like woods area or like another building that's kind of empty or something, like a shed, anything. Like just needs like a space to be alone with no eyes on him other than the ravens because they're always there.
I was gonna say. Okay. You're in the woods. You punching trees, you chopping trees, you're just taking your aggression out generally?
Yeah, I think Max hasn't had a uncontrolled rage in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He was trained to be able to literally train his own rage like an animal, as like a separate part of him. And this is it's very reminiscent to like the first time it happened, where he just kind of like slinks into himself, and is just almost unaware of what is happening on the outside.
And as you are kind of just in this red fog, this rage haze, you don't really know how much time has passed, but you hear a voice that says, Max? You turn around, but in the fog of your anger, you only sort of see this vague shape without any real substance to it. It's hard for you to tell exactly who it is.
Leave me alone.
Max, I can't believe it's you.
I think when he hears that, he's just trying to kind of like almost center himself. He's almost in like a dizzy frenzy where like he can't even see right. And he's trying to kind of like when you're really drunk and you're just seeing everything swirling. And he's trying to kind of like center himself and stop seeing double vision.
Yeah.
And trying to like calm down the rage to focus on what the fuck is happening. Does he recognize the voice?
You can feel it starting to ebb away. But it's still hard to make out any features, anything distinct. Max, it's me. It's Simon. And on that note, we're going to go to a break.
No!
Simon.
We'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
No!
We'll be right back with more class reunion, our 1 year anniversary. Woo. So much is happening.
Jesus.
Don't go anywhere. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to pick up our game. So we're going to leave Max for a moment where he is crouched in the woods having a class reunion, perhaps, with an old friend. And we are going to head back to an alley deep in Calderon, deep in the center of Calderon, where a body is lying on the ground, bleeding, though it has been tended to. The flow of blood, I think, has definitely been tended to. A crowd has kind of gathered around you all. Mance Ardane is still lying there, kind of continuing to mutter to himself over and over again about the huntsman. He's mocked me. He's going to come find me again. He's mocked me. Seems completely oblivious to the rest of the world around him. And then you hear a voice from the back of the crowd that says, all right, out of the way, let me through. Luminaries coming in. And you would recognize the bright red mop of hair of Luminary Alec McMorrow, one of the lamplighters of Calderon, sort of their like town guard / he's a cop, but he is he's a cop that you know. And yeah, he's the bright red mop of hair, kind of a red beard, wears the long, heavy like canvas duster that lamplighters are known for, but he has a badge of office that marks him as a luminary, basically a detective amidst the ranks of the lamplighters. And he gets to the front of the crowd and he sees the two of you standing there, and he kind of, despite the grisly sight of Mance Ardane, he kind of can't stop himself from smiling, and he says, "Well, as I live and breathe, if it isn't Kelly Violet and Wayne Hovacek, I'd heard you were back in town. Was wondering when our paths would cross, but no, well, let's be honest, this is pretty much exactly what I expected."
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, if we weren't meeting around a big old blood puddle, what else were we gonna be doing, you know?
Aye. How's that
Thematic.
how's that arm treating you? I hope you're not letting it go now that you're in the off season.
You know, I come along now. Arm's always gonna be in shape. It's always gonna be ready to slap.
Ooh, I suppose that's a dodgy subject matter at the moment, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of looks
Say, speaking
Yeah.
of, you didn't happen to see one while you were coming in, did you?
an arm. No,
Mhm.
no, I didn't see an arm.
Mm.
And
Well,
he
it's
will.
not here, you know, so it's kind of like,
So I think we should just consider it a trophy somewhere. That seems. I think that's a safe bet, don't you, Wayne?
I would like to cast Locate Object on Mansardane's arm. Wayne just kind of
Okay.
licks his finger and puts it up to the air, and he's like, within 1,000 feet, do I smell his arm?
I was gonna say this can't possibly work. Within 1,000 feet.
Mel?
Yeah,
Within
that's
1,000
feet.
feet, no,
1,000
don't.
feet. Shit.
Really? 1,000 feet? We don't smell? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Long
Well,
gone?
it's no around here, that's for sure.
Long gone, you say?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's impressive detective work if you're looking to get out of the I don't know, what would you consider yourselves these days? Heroes? That's what everybody else calls you.
Ugh.
Kind of like a secret agent.
I just
Wayne
don't
says
know.
it, and then he kind of whispers, he's like, with the crowd around, kind of like a secret agent.
All right.
We're
well, I see.
independent contractors.
I don't know what that means, but fair enough. Look, and he will bend down and kind of like he will try to talk to Mance. And I'll say, Mance, can you look up at me? Can you look at me? Mance just kind of like his head's kind of rolling back and forth, and he sort of tilts it so that his eyes, which are wide, like deranged and wide, are his head is tilted enough that he can look at Alec, but he's still babbling to himself. And Alec says, "All right, that's fine. That'll do. Just hold still." And he'll reach out with one hand and kind of set it on the side of Mance's head. Just sort of gently lay it on the side of Mance's head, and a golden light will shine out from his hand, and Mance will fall silent. He will stop babbling, and his eyelids will droop slightly, and he'll rest finally. He'll pass out or fall asleep or something, but he drifts off and he's not babbling anymore. And Alec releases him a second later and stands up, dusts his knees off, and says, "Well, he doesn't know what it was.
Hmm.
Just a vague impression. That's all he saw."
Does that sound like anything you've heard of before?
The
The
huntsman.
Huntsman?
I don't mean to be indelicate, but does sort of ring a bell.
I know, right? I had the same thought, but come on. No way, right? No way, right?
I certainly wouldn't think so. I don't suppose you can account for their whereabouts the last several hours.
Well,
They're
We-
always with Max nowadays, so I'm sure
yeah, I was gonna say
Max
we
knows where
did
they are.
we did leave them with
Well, you
Max.
don't have to be a detective to have seen that coming.
Am I right? Come on now.
They were at the castle. I'm sure there's lots of people who would have seen them if they'd left.
Right. Well, if we can find somebody to attest to that, then that'll go a long way. But I think for now, I'd best call in some fellas to take care of old Master Ardane here.
Yeah, we were gonna take him with us up to the castle.
Are you sure about that? I mean, that's technically this would be, lamplighter business, luminary business specifically. It's a crime. Sort of my job to solve them. I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to take it on, as you said, you're what? Dependent contractions?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, secret
I
agents.
was gonna one hard elbow. Just throw an
pink.
elbow right at Wayne.
I mean, so like, here's the thing. Can you say with certainty that if you take this man's body, that some fuckery may not go about? I mean,
Because you might recall the last time we spoke, we were waiting on another body that never showed up. And we did find it, by the way, during our romp through Barrow. Yeah, whoever got a hold of Ryan did an absolute number on him. So
you usually think with a dead body, right? It's going to be laying on the ground. This guy was standing up, walking around. So
it's not that we don't trust you. It's just that we don't want to have a repeat situation.
Point taken. I'm not arguing with you. I just wasn't sure it was something you'd want to deal with, honestly.
I don't like Mansardane on a good day. Don't like Mansardane on a bad day. But his son really cares about him for some reason. And I do feel like I kind of owe his son. So.
All right. Well, look, if you want to take him, that's fine. I'm certainly not going to argue with you.
Do you know what he was in town for?
You hadn't heard.
I technically have not been in the city recently.
You're not exactly the one that I'm surprised about. You haven't heard about the Ardane Cup.
shut up. What?
Last I heard, I mean, it's mostly rumors. Nothing official's been announced yet, but last I heard, he was looking to make another go at it.
Good luck. I know every guy in the league. I know every guy in every league. There's no way.
I don't know the details. But word on the street was.
Fuck him, you know? Let's leave him. Let him take the other arm.
Wayne.
Next time, I'm not healing him. I'm just saying, between the two of us, we got a lot of healing. Not getting any from me.
Fine. If this has something to do with whatever weirdness is going on with Hunter, we can't just ignore it. I don't. It's not a great look for, a prominent member of society to just be babbling on about a hunter when we've got a very prominent hunter in our group.
Mm-hmm. Well, while we're here,
no less.
Yeah. It's not a great look. I know you don't like him. I don't like him. Listen. If we had run over here and he'd just said, some bookie took my arm, we would have left him by now.
Oh, yeah. Would have took the other one. No, I'm just kidding. Come on now. So while we're here, though, why don't we do a bit of investigating to figure out maybe what the hell is going on here, or maybe try and piece something together.
Yeah.
Can Alec maybe give us some help with this, or do we want to go ahead and roll like investigation or something?
Can you clear the area?
Can you clear the area a little bit? Get these people out of here.
That I can do. That I can do. All right, people, that's enough. This is luminary business. Out of the way, everybody. Back to your lives. Nothing to see here. And
Oh my god, is that Wayne Hovacek? Wayne, can I get an autograph? Stop. Come on now. Official Luminary business.
Slowly the people start to clear out of the alley and go back about their lives. And while Alec is dealing with that, what are the two of you doing?
I think, yeah, an investigation roll probably. What does your investigation look like?
It's not very good, but I would also like to cast a spell. I would like to cast the spell Find Steed. And what is going to come through is you will just see kind of like a little portal open up with like an icy chill coming through, like it was coming from the top of a mountain, as just two big paws. And he starts walking out of this portal, drool already pouring onto the ground, is a giant, like human-sized Saint Bernard. Hey there, Borkus, how are you now? And then Wayne hears in his head, like, hey there, Wayne, how are you now?
Is it like solid or is it like icy? Like how?
I think he's solid. I think he's like, actually, I had this ready to go. Hey, check us in the Discord. Check this cute picture of a Saint Bernard in the Discord. Plug that right there. Hey, get involved. Go to the Discord.
If you were in the Discord,
oh my
god, if you're in the Discord, you know
Saint Bernard right now.
This is pretty cute, Saint Bernard. Big old fluffy guy. He's got the little container. It's filled with chocolate.
But does it say, is the logo on it the Raging Mammoths logo instead of
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Beautiful. I like to imagine that Kelly is like actually looking around, and then she looks up and she's like, Wayne, what is that?
It's like in a horror movie, you just hit like a little drool, like hit your shoulder. It's like right in your ear.
Big Sandlot vibes.
Yeah. Borkus, we got it. We're trying to figure out what's going on here, all right? I need your nose.
All right, Wayne, I'll go to work. More hands, less work.
Are you gonna make him sniff?
More paws, less work. Am I right?
More paws, less work. I got 4 of them.
Yes, sir. Yeah, of course. He's, that's what he does. All right, buddy. What do you smell? I don't know.
Does he have
This is
stats?
perception. I think it's perception is +3. I'm going off of a Mastiff, 5e Mastiff. Perception is +3, and he gets advantage on perception checks with keen hearing and smell.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to roll because that's what you do. Yeet. Yeet.
Yep.
It.
Sorry, you glitched.
Corey.
I think you're back. I think you're
Did
good.
I?
Yeah.
I got an 11. I got an 11.
All right.
So does he make the crime scene just? Is it now impossible to trace down what happened here?
It's not impossible, but I will say that he doesn't find much of anything. He kind of sniffs around for a while, and it's maybe a little bit distracting because he's like he talks to himself the whole time that he's doing. He's like, well, maybe there's something over here. Nope, nothing over there. All right, let me check over here. I think maybe there's something over here. What does that smell? That smells real interesting. But nope, that focus, Borkus. That's not what we're looking for. And it kind of like just goes
Wayne is
on.
fully invested. He's like, don't worry, Borkus is on the case. He's got this.
And he's at that for a while. But Kelly, are you also investigating?
Yeah, I was going to ask if I can use one of the advantages that we have because my investigation is flat.
You can.
Same.
1, right?
Well, we got 2 donations, so we should have
We did
at
get
least
2
2
donations. I forgot to up the thing. I think there were also some donations last time, but I can't recall.
Why don't you throw a couple in there? Why not?
Just throw 5 in there.
I'll give you 1 more.
Nice.
Odds are good my mom donated at least.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember anybody using one last session, so.
Ooh, boy.
Irrelevant.
Well, one's higher than the other.
Yeah.
Borkus is really distracting.
Borkus is incredibly distracting.
He's just big, heavy paws. Just
and he's just like boofing to himself as he's like moving around. Like Wayne can understand it, but I don't think you can.
Yeah, just
Had
fucking
fun.
grip it and rip it, baby.
Yes, thank you,
Slop
Borkus, for the
that down,
donation.
dude. Shit, yeah, dude. Crack one
Yeah.
big
So
boy.
the total is 9.
All right. A 9, yeah, you don't really turn much up beyond what you had found previously, which is to say basically just Mance and a lot of his blood. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, I guess we just need to get him to, recuperate a little bit. I mean, it seems like it's not Hunter. Couldn't be Hunter, right? But let's
Listen,
just get him back to the
I don't
keep.
think it's Hunter. I just don't think it's a good look for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to prove that it's not Hunter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree. It's just a little weird. Just a little weird.
And, well, I don't know if I can roll like a lore or a knowledge on this or like an arcana, because that is, the huntsman is not one of the, like,
Danan.
Mm-hmm.
Hold please.
I'm pretty sure, because it's the fairest, it's the...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Raven.
you're right, but I just want to.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
I have the notes, I'm just trying to find them, but I'm pretty sure it is
Okay.
not.
Pouring a mug of hot chocolate as I'm waiting. Just
Yeah, it's the smith, the father, the doctor, the fairest, the mariner, the scarred, the poet, the warrior, and the
There's a
raven.
warrior, but there's not a huntsman.
Yeah. Not a huntsman.
So it's not. So it wouldn't be. But is there like a lore, like the general other mythos of this place?
Is
the
there a huntsman?
Yeah. So would that
No.
be? Okay. So like.
Well, you can roll if you want history.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was gonna say either maybe Arcana or history, but I'll do history.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Doesn't matter. Irrelevant.
Fair. Yeah. You.
over.
Ooh.
This is just
Got a couple of these pairings right here, right now, on either side of the story.
Killer.
Quite some pairs, man.
We are having very two different nights.
Very two different nights.
It's you two and Hunter and us two and Borkus. I would take us any day of the week. I'd be on this side.
It's a vibe. Honestly, it's quite a vibe.
You take Borkus over other Hunter?
Yeah. If we're just out and about,
I get it. They're kind of a
We're-
buzzkill.
We are clearly a 70s comedic murder mystery show. And you guys are over there having an episode of Days of Our Lives.
110%.
Danan's Creek over here. Kelly, what I will say is that aside from the Danan, you're kind of like racking your brain to think of other religious figures, but Anun is a world practically devoid of religion, which is very strange. The only other thing you can come up with is stories that you've heard of the like southern pirates who worship a figure that could roughly equate to a god known as the Pirate King.
Cool.
And you would probably also be aware that that is a direct reference to the first King Aelor, who was a pirate.
Right.
Oh, right.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Right. I guess with the streets clear, can we put Mance? I don't know if you would consider this rude. Can we put Mance
On
On
Borkus?
Borkus?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
I'm asking Wayne.
That's kind of his whole thing, right? Is to rescue people. So when he wakes up,
Wow.
we'll pour him a nice cup of hot chocolate, get him on over there nice and quick.
All right. Kelly will help haul Mance up onto Borkus.
I got a whole barrel of brandy here for when he wakes up.
He barks a lot.
Yeah, well, you can't hear him?
He's barking. Yes, I can hear him.
Oh, man. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
You're really missing out. I won't lie to you. I mean, he's eloquent. He's got a lot going on between those ears.
Our
Did we talk to
spirits
you?
are in sync, Wayne.
That is correct. Our spirits are in sync, is what he's saying over here.
Can you talk to him like the spiders talk to us?
Yeah, I could talk to him like the spiders. I mean, I'm just thinking, hey, Borkus, can you hear me?
He's just pants.
Yeah, we're pretty connected, I'd say.
That's pretty nice, actually.
All right, stick him on my back. Let's go.
Let's get to
Yep.
it. Flop him
Alec-
like a little harder than I probably normally would.
Alec, we're going. There's a puddle of blood. Happy birthday.
All right. Thanks, I suppose.
Hey. I didn't threaten you with a knife this time. It's an improvement.
Getting better every time, aren't we?
I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. I didn't think anybody was going to remember.
Yeah.
All right.
There's an autographed picture. There you go.
Thanks. And, if you want to get a drink later, if all of you want to get a drink later, let me know. I'll be about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're not going to be
I'll be-
super busy, like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you feel about cop bars, but I'll probably be over at the Snuffed Wick later having a drink with the
Oh,
boys if you
boy.
want to.
Oh, boy.
Maybe not your scene, I understand. But I don't have a lot of friends outside of my professional life, so.
That's kind of sad. We'll go day drinking one day when we're not busy.
I've never heard of this day drinking. What is it?
Well, you start in the morning, and then you
Yeah.
kind of just go from there.
Oh, that's just, we do that every day. All right, fair. Cool. All right, well, good luck, and I'll, thank you again for remembering my birthday, and I'll see you, around, I'm sure.
All right. Get on now, Borkus.
Oh, let's go. Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
well.
My breath is dying.
Raph is gonna choke. Raph's turning red. Hold on, we have to stop. We have to stop. They're dying.
Cool. Let's check in with our pal Hunter. Hunter, where are you? What are you doing?
So I think my first question is, how busy is the castle? I mean, are there people kind of moving around frequently, or is it fairly empty? Is it fairly quiet?
It's fairly quiet. There are people moving around. A lot of them are staff. The castle of Calderon it's called Calderon Keep, and it has basically sort of been turned into the sort of the state building. You know what I mean? The council chambers are in here. There are lots of different offices for the various governmental institutions that have been brought about in Calderon since the kingdom, the kingship was all but dissolved, essentially, when the line of Aelor failed. So now it's more like an office building than anything, but since there's no council meeting today, it's fairly quiet.
So I think if it were possible, Hunter would have tried to find a place where they could have a vantage point of the wing where the rooms are, and also perhaps the front door for when the others arrive.
Okay.
But out of sight of at least as many people as they could. So like some sort of dark corner that still allowed for a vantage point.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Okay. All right.
You good, bro?
Yeah. I'm good now.
That is a 15.
15 is good. 15 is good. You can find generally just sort of like a dark section of the upper level balcony where you can kind of just chill out. I think probably what happens is you sort of climb out over the railing and sort of like slink around the outside of one of the supporting columns, and you find there's like a little platform that wasn't really built on purpose, just kind of a byproduct of the way things are laid out. And you can kind of just chill there in the shadows and probably not be noticed.
Okay. Yeah, then that's what they've done, and they're keeping an eye to see, one, if Max returns, and two, if Kelly and Wayne return with Mance, and three, if other hunter goes to leave their room.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you see a lot of foot traffic coming and going while you're sitting there, but eventually you see Kelly and Wayne walk in with a giant Saint Bernard, and that has an unconscious Mance Ardane slung across the back. But before we get to that, in the grove, Max. Max. Before your vision clears, your memory goes back to the last time you saw Simon Belfast. When was that? Where was that? What were the circumstances?
I want to say it was probably maybe 3 or 4 years ago, probably closer to 4 by this point. It was on the outskirts of Calderon. That was the last kind of place that the knights had been gathered. And the last time that Max saw him, him and Alistair were basically trying to escape with their lives. I think Max had spoken with Simon before this, but after they talked, it was a little bit chaotic as far as like not necessarily Simon lifting the sword or anything, but everyone else. And they didn't really had much chance to, like, they didn't have a chance to kind of like, he just had to run.
Yeah. So I think that the thing that sticks in your mind is just that last look over your shoulder, the assembled Azure Knights. You managed to escape their notice, but you can kind of see them in the distance, milling about, looking for you, organizing into like search parties to find you and Alistair. Even though you're pretty far away by this point, something you've always had pretty good eyesight, but in this particular instance, it's better than pretty good. It's impossibly good, almost inhuman. You sort of zoom in, and your vision zooms in, and you see Simon standing there, sword drawn, just like everybody else. But he is looking directly back at you, like he knows exactly where you and Alistair are. He can see you. He's noticed you. And then he very purposefully, after a few seconds, looks away, rejoins the rest of the Azure Knights. It's the last time you saw him. And that last view of him, I think, the last view of him looking back at you, as your rage fades, your vision clears, and that version of that image of him from 5 years ago resolves into the real life image of him standing in front of you. He looks older, but largely the same. I gotta pull up the thing, hold on. Where did you describe him? Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, you can click on his name.
Yeah.
Come up.
I got it. How you doing? You good? Pretty tall.
I'm good.
Very strong and tall, with dark brown skin, sparkling hazel eyes. His hair now is much shorter. Still split up into many locks or braids, but not nearly as long as they used to be. Like maybe he cut it off and then grew it back at some point over the last 5 years. And he is armored and armed, but his sword is not drawn. But he does not wear the colors of the Azure Knights.
Interesting. I think specifically, I think a couple things kind of happen for Max. Specifically when with this kind of rage, he when it happens, it's kind of until he's exhausted. It's not like a going into battle, okay, stop it now, we're done with battle. It's very much just almost like a cathartic way to release energy. So I think when he finally does come out of his rage, he's like still very like woozy. And he looks up at Simon and says, "What the hell are you doing here?" And then he looks at him in the eyes and says, "You cut your hair." And then vomits. Just absolutely vomits the fucking 9 stack meat sandwich he had earlier.
Oh my
God. I forgot
just like
9 stack.
pukes
Not a
on
sandwich.
the ground.
Not a sandwich, to be clear.
Just an absolute stack of 9.
Yeah, they
9
don't have
different
sandwiches in a noon. They haven't been invented yet.
I think he says that, and then he just turns and just pukes on the floor.
You want to know what's funny about that? Just a quick aside. I didn't realize until after that session that I had just described the BK stacker.
Incredible. Yeah.
Anyway,
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 you vomit meat everywhere, and he laughs, kind of like he can't like believe what is happening, like sort of a quick like disbelief, and then he kneels down to kind of like try to steady you. He'll reach a hand out somewhat gingerly for like your shoulder to see. He'll reach out to put his hands on your shoulder.
I think Max is like I think Max would let him just because it's almost like reflective. And then when he kind of like comes to a little bit post puke, he knocks him off, kind of like brushes him off his shoulders, and like just puts his hand on Gallows and says,
Whoa,
"What
whoa.
are you doing here?
Easy there.
How did you
Ask
find
you
me?
the same question. I wasn't exactly expecting to run into you.
What do you mean? What? How are you here? Why are you here?"
I live here. Max. I've lived here for a year at this point, maybe longer.
In Calderon?
Yeah, in Calderon.
You're no longer with the Knights?
No.
And I think Max, there's like a beat and there's like a little bit of it's been a very intense day and night in general. And I think Max just like goes over and like gives him a hug.
He puts his hand up, for the arm clasp. Are you straight up hugging him?
Yeah, I think I would hug him and be like, "It's good to see you, brother."
Brothers, is that what we are now?
It's what we've always been.
Didn't really expect you to still feel that way, considering the last time we saw each other.
This is a lot, Simon. I honestly and don't even fully understand why you're here and how you're here. You live here in the keep?
Not in the keep. No,
Oh,
I'm not rich or
I guess
anything.
I don't really know where I am right now, to be totally honest. I don't know how far I'm from the keep right now. This is both in and out of character.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
Sort of picturing it as like almost like a park, like a grove within Calderon, but not necessarily within, the keep itself.
I think that when he says that, that's when he realizes he's not nearby at all. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
It's good to see you too. But I agree. It's been a long time. I'm glad to see you though. There's something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. That I've thought about every day since you left.
To be fair, I didn't leave because I wanted to. I had to leave or I would die. You know
I
that.
know that.
And
I do.
to be, if we want to talk about old times, and I last time I saw you, why did you stay with them, Simon? I don't understand. I'm sorry. It's tonight has been a lot for me. I wiped the puke a little bit.
For a long time, I told myself it was because I owed them. They took me in when nobody else would. They made me one of them, gave me a reason, a family. But after a year or two, I had to admit the truth. I wasn't. The truth is, I wasn't as brave as you were. I was scared.
I wasn't brave at all. I abandoned you. I abandoned everyone. I should have stayed. I should have tried to help you leave. I should have tried to help everyone leave.
No, you stood up to them. You stood up for what was right. You told them that, the knights, the other knights, they shouldn't be taking things from people that they saved. They shouldn't be demanding payment. They shouldn't be stealing. And you were right. You were right. Of course you were right. And I wasn't brave enough to say any of that. I wasn't brave enough to stand beside you, and I wasn't brave enough to leave when you and Greystone left.
Greystone. Have you seen him?
Not since that day. I've lived with that every day. And that's Max, that's why. And he draws closer to you. He says, that's why I want you to hit me.
I think Max kind of takes a step back and actually busts out laughing.
It's not funny.
You want me to hit you?
It's what I'm owed.
How hard?
Hard enough.
I punch him.
He lets you. He does not move to defend himself at all, and he just takes it on the chin. Takes a step back. His nose starts bleeding.
Chet.
Chet's about it.
I think if he falls, like Max will help stand him up and says
he doesn't fall. He's too big of a badass.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Says that it is what you deserve. The absolute minimum of what you deserve.
Right.
But I deserve it too. So you can punch me.
I'm not going to do that.
I just punched you. You have to punch me.
I was owed that. I was owed worse than that. You didn't do anything wrong, Max.
Don't say that.
You
I've
didn't
done a
do
lot of
anything wrong,
bad things.
Max.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Simon. I didn't change when I left. What I did wasn't as brave as you have imagined it to be. I didn't run off with Alistair and do something great and do something good. I did worse. I failed. I abandoned people I cared about over and over again. So, punch me.
He lifts his arm, but all he does is put it on your shoulder, your other shoulder. And he says, Max, once we were brothers. We were more than brothers. So trust me when I say that there is nothing wrong with you. Anyone who can't see that doesn't see what I see. Look, Max, it's getting dark and I have things I have to attend to before the sun goes down, but can I see you again?
Of course. I'm staying at the keep.
I'll ask for you.
It's fine.
And he starts to walk away and stops and says, do you promise not to do it again?
What, punch you? Can't promise
No.
that.
Do you promise not to run so far I can't follow?
Seems to be the only thing I'm good at. But I'll try.
He'll nod at that, take his leave of the grove.
I think with that, Hunter is gonna, or not Hunter, Max is gonna try to go back to the keep, find his way back.
Yeah.
But I think he is going to try to find Hunter.
How are you going to try to do that?
Find the keep or find Hunter?
Are you just going back to the keep to find Hunter, or are you like, I wasn't sure if you were doing something else to try to find Hunter specifically.
Oh, no, I don't
That's fine.
have any
Yeah, you can just go back to
ability
the keep if you want.
Just need to beat a 15 perception check.
It's true.
You're true, fair enough. Yeah.
Do we
Okay.
run into Max on our way back with with Borkus?
I think Max's thing. Well, your things both probably took about the same amount of time, actually. So, I'll say, yeah. As you are entering the grounds of the keep, as you're passing through the gate, which is always open, it's mostly symbolic at this point. But as you're passing through, Max, I imagine, kind of lost in thought, but you hear a soft borking. And you are jerked out of your deep thoughts by a giant warm tongue licking your face at shoulder level.
At shoulder level, he's that big.
He's
giant.
person size.
He's a big
You can
boy.
ride on him.
Yeah, okay. Max looks up, very confused. Sees Wayne and Kelly and Mance, and just says, "What the fuck?"
Hey, is Mirrodin around?
You can pet him if you want. It's not rude.
Yeah.
I do. Max does pet him, and also
Kill that dog.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
So many more dogs.
Oh, that's 18.
It's one of the
Jesus.
biggest.
Bad guys.
I think so.
Can't fucking kill Borkus.
I think that's
fucking
42.
kill
We had
Borkus.
24 earlier.
Don't worry.
Hell
I can't
yeah.
do math.
Let's go. I think Max scratches Borkus and uses beast speech to just
Cool.
would be nice to be you right now.
Just be grateful one of those 18 dogs wasn't Borkus.
Yeah.
I know. No, Borkus can never die.
I got
It's
another
true.
spell slot. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Death is but a temporary inconvenience to me, Wayne.
Yeah, buddy. We'll see you again soon. You know, it's like a 10-minute spell. He's gonna be going soon anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
All that
perfect.
happens is that when he comes back, he's just filled back up with hot chocolate / brandy.
Mhm.
Nice.
Whichever is
Whichever you
appropriate
need.
for the
You were
situation.
talking about the barrel. I thought you were saying his blood was hot chocolate.
Incredible.
Incredible. Honestly.
He's tough enough to be able to take a whole barrel full of hot chocolate and not die as a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, Max will walk back with them.
Yeah, I think Kelly will ask Max about Mirrodin. She's been kind of avoiding him with just the general not being in the city and also avoiding him when she is in the city. So she's just now she has to. But they have this issue with Mance. She's like, so is he around? Because I think we're gonna have to talk to him.
He's somewhere. He walked out after he killed Maldus, and then we knocked him out. It was actually pretty sick. Hunter and I just boom. It was
Why?
pretty
Just 'cause-
cool.
That sounds super cool.
It was pretty cool.
I mean, good on you. But
Well, I mean, you open the door. He's,
he'd be fine.
Completely
right?
reasonable. I would have done the same thing.
thank you.
I think the only thing you would see, Hunter, as you are crouched in your hiding spot, the only thing of note that you really see is maybe 30 minutes or so after you hide tuck yourself away, you see a group of people, different heights, walk into the keep, wearing these gray hooded robes, and they are identical. They step in, and people kind of get out of their way, respectfully, not in a way where it looks like they're scared, but respectful. And as you watch, they stop at the base of the stairs up to the second level where the council chamber is, and Ghost Moldus meets them at the bottom of the staircase. And as you watch, there are 4 of them, and they pull their hoods back, and you see that there is an older man and a woman about the same age as him, and then 2 younger people who, based on their features, are clearly their children. And all of them, the man and the 2 children, bear a striking resemblance to Moldus Calderspur. And they kind of nod respectfully at each other. And then Moldus's spirit turns and starts walking up the staircase again, and the 4 figures follow after him. A few minutes later, they emerge very gingerly and ceremonially carrying his body. And as they exit the keep itself, Borkus, Wayne, Kelly, and Max enter.
Okay. Just, out of curiosity, if Hunter were to jump down from their perch, is that going to be an athletics roll?
You're pretty much an
Or will
anime
you,
character
or will
at
you
this
just
point.
give that to me?
I'll give that to you. You're going through a lot right now.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that, because I was like, if I'm going to have to roll, you know what? They're going to think better of that, because I don't need them to faceplant.
No, you can do a cool landing from your
That would be
perch.
incredible, though.
Yes.
So I think right before you jump down, you'd see them stop. Borkus would sit like a good boy and then kind of just melt into a puddle of hot chocolate as his time on this plane is run out.
Oh, now he's covered in his own blood and hot chocolate. He's gonna be pissed.
Super sticky.
Oh, gross. Well,
Hunter, you can jump
Yes,
down.
and
now
I
if you
think
want.
that's right about the moment where Hunter just kind of jumps out of nowhere and lands like a few feet in front of you. I will say, I think they even do the cool superhero landing and everything.
The 3-point landing? Hell yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
But as they look up, you can all tell that they've been crying. And I don't think you've ever seen that before.
are you all right? Did something happen while we were gone?
I mean,
Besides the murder?
lot. Yeah, I mean, that did happen. That was a thing that happened.
Yeah, but like, you weren't crying. You didn't sound like you were crying when I talked to you after the murder. Are you okay?
Everything's fine. It does not sound convincing. They have a -3 to deception.
Uh-huh. Everything's fine. Right.
Yeah.
Allergies then?
Yes. That corner was dusty.
Okay.
So
Is
he's missing an arm?
Yeah. He said that the huntsman marked him and marked him for death. So I wanted to see if, Mirrodin's around.
Because you think Mirrodin might have cut off his arm?
No, but
Okay.
if anyone's going to know about a marksman and hunting and marking people for death, I figured he's a decent place to start. I mean, he's old as dirt, so.
Yeah, Justin, fucking grip
That's
it,
fair.
grip it,
Led
baby.
a lot more than I expected.
Slop that down, dude.
Hey!
Yeah, dude. Crack
Thank
one
you.
for the
Thank
big
you.
boy.
Infinite. Hi.
Thank you for the donation.
Borkus the Infinite.
Borkus the Infinite.
Yeah, bless.
We appreciate it.
We did kick him a lot that one time when he was stuck in the hole, so I'm not entirely surprised that he's a bleeder, but like I said, he's old as dirt and probably knows something about this. Technically,
Yeah.
I think I'm supposed to talk to him about something else, but I haven't been keeping those meetings.
I mean, I haven't seen him since he walked out.
Okay.
After I shot him.
Yeah, after I shot him.
It's fair. He's an old man with a big ego. He's probably licking his wounds somewhere.
You would know that Mirrodin spends a lot of his time in what I think you've maybe sardonically somebody has dubbed the war room, which is just kind of a room that has been
Of
set
course he
aside.
does.
It's just like a messy pile of books and maps and things like that he basically just seems to be poring over it 24/7 when he's not doing training sessions with Max.
All right. I guess if. All right. So take him. So we'll take him to the infirmary. We'll find Mirrodin. We'll talk to other Hunter.
As if summoned by your words,
Oh my
a
God.
couple members of like the keep staff basically like step forward out of seemingly like nowhere, not magically. They were just sort of standing there unobtrusively, and say, would you like us to take him to the infirmary?
If you don't mind, he's kind of big, so I figured we would take him. But if you think you got him,
No trouble. We'll take care of it. Oh, he is so sticky. That's fine. That's fine. Perhaps we'll bathe him as well. We'll take him away. And they lift him between the two of them and carry him off, leaving just a mansardine-shaped outline of hot chocolate and blood on the floor.
You nasty. What time is it?
Oh, that's a great question. So much has happened. I don't think that it can be. Well, no, that's not true. It was nighttime, so it's like the middle of the night.
Oh my fucking God.
because it was we were out like drinking with my buddy,
Oh, right.
having dinner and stuff.
Yeah, you
Forgot
went on like a
about
pub
that.
crawl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We were day drinking already that day.
Yeah,
or
we
this
went-
day.
we
were
left-
night drinking.
We left
we were
right
night
after
drinking.
lunch, and we stayed out all afternoon.
Yeah, that was a good afternoon.
Not
So it is like the
same.
middle of the night.
Kelly and Wayne had an excellent evening.
Great day, really, overall.
Kelly and Wayne's most excellent day.
I love it for them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Why are you both?
Yeah, I think Max just looks really ashamed
Hmm.
and uncomfortable.
Did you throw up on yourself?
Um,
This is what you get for eating like 4 people's worth of lunches.
No, this is somebody else's.
yeah.
That's worse.
Yep.
Passive insight 9. I'm like, oh, dude, that's gross. Somebody threw up on you? That's
I
fucked up.
punched him so hard that he threw up on me.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's honestly, that's super cool, but also pretty fucked up.
No, yeah, I definitely. I was like, no, it's fine. It's been a long day.
Hmm.
Should we get some rest?
You can get some rest. I'm gonna go talk to Mirrodin, but
And this may seem like a weird question. Is Hunter around anywhere? Not that we
Yeah.
need to be keeping
They're
tabs
right
on him all the
there.
time, but
They're right there. Oh.
Oh, you mean Diet Hunter? We decided to call them Diet Hunter.
Diet Hunter.
No, I'm joking. But go ahead.
I liked H2O. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Hunters in their room.
okay. Maybe it's time for you to go to bed there, Max. Seems like you might need a little
You
nappy
guys
poo.
Yeah. Right. And he's just going to like turn to Hunter and say, do you have a moment? I don't mean to take up more of your time.
No, it's fine, Max. I have a moment.
just turns to look at Kelly and Wayne
I
like,
think
Just gonna.
we got a guy to go talk to about a
We're
about a
gonna-
thing in a war room.
Yeah, we're gonna. You guys. Whew.
See you later.
Kelly just whispers to Wayne. She's like, "What the fuck happened?"
you guys have just had like such a fun day. Fucking Borkis.
It was a good day. You know, I got to meet your friends. You got to meet my dog. Like, it was
It
a
was
pretty
great.
good day.
We got to see Alec again.
Yeah, I got to see
Oh
Alec. What
my
a great guy.
God.
Happy birthday, Alec, you know?
Why don't we hang out more? You know, I feel like I'm always hanging out with Max. You're always hanging out with Hunter. Why don't we hang out more?
Oh,
That's funny. Anyway,
Anyway, back to it.
Yeah.
back to the trauma.
Back to the sad minds.
Anyway, someone play My Chemical Romance. Thanks.
I started the sad music. You're okay.
here, hold on. Where's the thing?
Way ahead of you.
Yeah, I think Max just turns to Hunter and tries to like kind of pull them outside. Doesn't like grab you or anything, but just like
Yeah, they're fine with that. They don't seem to have a problem.
And I think for a while, for like a very long while, Max doesn't really say anything. And then says, Hunter, I'm sorry for my behavior. And I'm sorry because they're right. Other Hunter is right. I haven't changed since we were kids. I'm bigger and I have flashy weapons and abilities, but I'm still a bad person. I am not worthy yet, or maybe ever, of nice things. I've betrayed a lot of people and I've hurt even more people. And you are too kind to get caught up with my repentance or whatever. And then I think Max like just grabs Hunter's shoulders and and just kind of like hugs them and says thank you though for showing me that kindness. I hope to take it and be better. I hope to one day be worthy, but right now I'm undeserving, and it would be selfish of me to ask for more.
Max, you're completely wrong. You say that you haven't changed?
Mm-mm.
Max, the Max I knew in high school never would have apologized. The Max I knew in high school would not have shown that he cared and been willing to sacrifice in these ways. The fact that you're saying all of this means that you are not the same person.
And why don't I feel good? The reason I don't like other Hunter, sorry. It's because they remind me of everything I've done wrong in my life. From when we were in Ohio. You don't know what I've done while I've been here.
I mean,
It hasn't
neither do
been,
they.
but I do. I'm not saying this to try to protect you. I know you don't need it. I'm saying this because I'm trying to protect me. I know what I can lose now because I've lost it before, and I don't ever want to feel that way again.
And what makes you so convinced that you would lose again?
Because I always do. And I'm a coward. I run. And I'm hoping that this time I won't. But I almost did today.
But you didn't. You came back. You came back, Max. You could have left. But you're here right now. And you're talking to me. And you are being the most honest and open you ever have been.
Can I ask for one more favor?
That depends entirely on what it is.
Can I be a little bit selfish?
I'm
Will
listening.
you allow me that? I think Max just leans over and kisses Hunter on the forehead and then kind of hugs them. And for the first time in like a long time, like probably since Rich or maybe even before then, I think Max cries.
And despite the significant size difference, Hunter wraps their arms around Max and just rubs his back. And doesn't say anything, doesn't push him to say anything, but just holds him.
I think we have to leave that image and let that fade away into the night. It is very late. I think you have had a long day, especially Kelly and Wayne.
Yep.
Been very stressful and hard on us.
Sure has been. Sure has been. Wayne, as you are lying in your bed in your room, reflecting on the events of today, maybe sort of remotely communing with Orcus, just sort of sensing, his calming presence. You hear the now familiar buzz of your wyvern badge. And a voice crackles over it and says, QB to MVP.
What? Are you?
I think it's time we talked. Just the two of us. And
this is MVP to QB. See you soon.
And on that note, we will end our session. Happy 1 year anniversary, everybody.
Happy 1 year!
Let's go!
Happy 1 year! Also,
Happy 1 year.
Wow.
also,
Hell yeah.
fuck.
We did it. We did it for a whole year, and we're going to keep doing it. All right. Well, on that note, we have been live from the apocalypse. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll go around and we'll do outros one more time. So if you want to follow anybody, you can find out where to follow them. If they have anything coming up, you can find out where they're doing that. And then we'll raid a friend. We'll raid somebody here on Twitch who is doing kind of the same thing we are doing. We'll go in the same order, which means JD, you're up first. There you go.
Of course it does. Of course it does. I am emotionally wrung out from tonight's episode. And so it is a very good thing that I am expecting to be less emotionally wrung out when we play Vampire Records tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Probably. Who knows? I see psychic vision, so who knows what might happen, but it's fine. Yes, so for the rest of this week, you can find me on Wednesday here. You can find me on Saturday with RPGs Uncovered for Cyber Rats. That's probably going to be emotionally damaging. And then I can pretty much guarantee that Academy H is going to be emotionally damaging, so it's gonna be a week. It's gonna be a week, y'all, and I'm looking forward to it. And thank you, Will, for an absolutely incredible anniversary episode. And thank you to my amazing players, especially Raph.
I had to do very little this session. Y'all did all the heavy lifting for me. I just put some stuff in your way. Speaking of Raph, you're up.
No, just kidding. I'm just joking. What's up again? Yeah. I'm very emotionally drained in the best way, I want to say. So yeah, thank you everyone for being here, and for Will, and for everyone at the table. You know what? Fuck it. At the table. Listen.
At the table.
At the table. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna be emotionally devastated watching Academy H.
So
So
invested.
yeah, I'm very excited to, you know what? Like I said before, love that pain, man. Love getting my heart broken. It's a fun time. Hope you guys enjoyed our gay drama.
Feels
Was
good.
it gay rights? Was it gay wrongs? Was it gay gray morale? Who's to say?
Put it in the
The
chat.
chat will vote. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start a poll. Well, we're starting a poll, Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia. You can find me at HexWet on pretty much all social media. I will be back on Sunday as Lyra Kroll for Academy H. Thanks for being with us for our 1-year anniversary of class reunion. It has been a very exciting year. Lots has happened. I love this little group. We're having such a good little time. So.
We are. We truly
Good
are.
little time.
Living our best lives, honestly. Thank you,
Yeah.
Julia. Oh, I clicked you twice. Corey.
Hi there, I'm Corey. Obviously, you can find me here, and then on Sunday, I'll also be playing at Academy H. Who knows? I may be experiencing trauma. I may be inflicting trauma. So tune in and find out. You can find me at Scoochius. Every single time we have one of these streams, I tell myself I'm going to tweet, and then I don't. So maybe if you follow me and tweet at me, you'll give me a reason to. But yeah, I do want to do the same. I mean, it's been a year. It's definitely the time to reflect, and these sessions are always great. Just thankful for all of these people and all the people watching.
Yeah. And I've been Will. I'm your storyteller of Class Reunion. Honestly, this game was a very silly idea when I first started out, and it has far surpassed any expectations or hopes that I ever could have had for it. This group is amazing. This story is shaping up to be equally amazing, and I have relatively little to do with that in the long run. I just take what is
Lies.
put out there. Nope, it's true. I just take what's put out there by the
we
group,
deny
and this group
that.
just
We deny
puts
that.
out incredible stuff. So thank you all for playing. Thank you all for giving this a shot at a time when like the channel kind of was barely a thing, and it's grown a lot since then, and we do a lot more stuff now. I think I said this earlier when I tweeted, but I think this was kind of I think of this game as being the turning point for the channel and kind of seeing what it could potentially be. So I really am just grateful for everybody for playing this game and telling this story, and y'all kill it every time we play, and I'm so excited that we get to keep this story going. And that's it. I'm on social media. You can do that, and there's a bunch of other streams. We talked about it already. Follow the channel if you're not already on the social medias. If you would like to, we're on all the platforms, or you can join the Discord community, which is a great place full of very friendly people, and we freak out about these games and talk about them a lot, and sometimes post pictures of St. Bernards. And is the Teen Wolf guy's face doubled? Is that what that is?
Is that what that is?
Listen, if you look up whatever his name is, Tyler Posey's jaw, this is what comes up. I'm just giving the people what they want. So I can't give the people what they actually want because Discord doesn't let me. Discord's censoring me. Sorry.
Discord is protecting me.
Yeah, Discord is protecting Julia specifically.
Fair enough.
We are gonna call it a night there, and we're gonna raid the Superior Adventurers Guild, some friends of ours who we've crossed over with a couple of times. I think is Issa still going on? JD, do you know?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You can catch.
They have 2 more episodes.
Nice. You can catch that over on Superior Adventures Guild, who we're going to raid. Steph, who is in the chat tonight and is whose screams you heard from the other room, is playing in that one. And if you want to hear those screams more clearly, you can check that out. But there are 2 raid messages in the chat. If you're subscribed, you can copy paste the first one. If you're not subscribed, feel free to copy paste the second one once we get over there. We're going to disappear in just a second, and I'm proud to announce that it is a dead heat. This was both gay rights and gay wrongs.
That tracks.
And
it's gay, morally gray.
At the end of the day, it's all gay. And on that note,
that's true.
We're gonna call it a night. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night.